And like to welcome you all back to the latest matchup here at the NPA Central Sessions here in Ottawa, Ontario. My name is Ryan Greco, taking care of your play-by-play, joined by Nick Zeffi on color. And what a matchup we have today. We got Saint-Laurent out of Saint-Laurent, Quebec, taking on Halifax Prep out of Halifax, Nova Scotia. Nick, talk to us a little bit about these two teams and coming into this game, what they've been facing so far in this NPA Central session.
So Saint-Laurent had their first game yesterday. Looking at the roster, they don't have anyone older than, they don't have any 2020s or 2019s. This is a group exclusively made out of 2021s and 2022s. So they're going to have, they got some youth on their side. They're going to battle it out, and they like to go up and down. Number one, Junior Mercy, will be one of their top players at the point guard position. He's dynamic, got really good speed, skill, and he's a good athlete. On the other hand, Halifax Prep now have a win earlier on today against Oakville Prep. It was a tough matchup. They did their thing, came out on top. So we're going to see a lot of up and down as Halifax Prep started off.
Here's a look on the inside, no good there. As that shot was by number 24, Tobias Check. No good on that one. The 6'4" small forward, class of 2019 for Halifax. Here's a look in the corner, shot goes up. No good there. Missed shot by number 7, Brandon Muntu. And it's coming down. Here's Saint-Laurent on the fast break. Oh, gets away with maybe a few too many steps there, as you've seen Zubadai. And here comes on the fast break. Nice roll, finger roll to open up the scoring here for Halifax Prep. And that was number 24, Tobias Check. Here's Saint-Laurent. The Saint-Laurent Express trying to see if they can get their offensive game going early here. Missed shot there. It was an attempted shot on Junior Mercy. No good. But some great defense on the other end by Saint-Laurent. Tipping it away was number 33, Salim Berry, class of 2022 out of, you guessed it, Saint-Laurent. Now, this Saint-Laurent team, every single one of them from the hometown of Saint-Laurent, Quebec. And of course, Quebec, a very proud tradition of sports here in Canada. They're very big on their homegrown talent. They rep it with pride. You can see the royal blue on the jerseys. Very similar, of course, to the Quebec provincial flag.
Junior Mercy here with the ball. He, like I said, one of their most dynamic players. Look for him he likes the up and under, actually. He gets inside the paint, gives a good pump fake, and then goes underneath the defense. He's explosive, and he gets under your skin, too. He's a tough-nosed Quebec basketball player.
Here's a nice find. Halifax, though, doing a great job in their front court. Nice spin move there. Oh, wow, what a move in transition with the left-hand finish. That was
That's Brandon Muntu.
That's right. Brandon Muntu, what a finish there. And now, I've seen Halifax Prep play a couple of times here, Nick, but, you know, it came into the Ottawa session here with that game between Oakville and Halifax just finishing out as there's going to be a charge call. And it's Salim Berry that gets the friendly nod from the referees, as they're going to get an opportunity here to tie this game up. And one thing I did notice right away is just their length and athleticism, something that the Atlantic provinces are really starting to kind of become known for, having that ability. As we're going to have ourselves a quick timeout, though, at this time, 4-2 is the lead for Halifax Prep, and we'll be right back.
NPH events. There's an opportunity to get involved at the ground level. NPH hosts elite level high school tournaments to national club team championships throughout the course of the season. Now is your chance to get involved with the fastest growing sport in Canada with the industry leaders and influencers. Get in the game today and join NPH in growing basketball in this country. NPH events. There's an opportunity to get involved at the ground level. NPH hosts elite level high school tournaments to national club team championships throughout the course of the season. Now is your chance to get involved with the fastest growing sport in Canada with the industry leaders and influencers. Get in the game today and join NPH in growing basketball in this country. NPH events.
I'd like to welcome everybody back here, the central session here in the NPA. We've got Halifax Prep and Saint-Laurent matchup going on here early on. 7:24 still remaining in the first. Plenty of basketball left here. Ryan Greco on play-by-play, joined by Nick Zeffi. Nick, so far, Halifax doing a great job of finishing at the rim, where Saint-Laurent, they're going to look to try and see if they can kind of get their offense going a little bit now.
Yeah, Saint-Laurent's going to try to attack it into the paint. But Halifax Prep, they're very good with, oh, nice pass there. Lord mercy.
And Salim Berry, and his fingerprints have been all over this game so far, forcing turnovers, finishes under the rim. He's working hard.
Halifax looking to go exclusively man-to-man on the other side. Saint-Laurent, oh, nice tip there. I don't know how that went in, but Saint-Laurent, they're doing a 2-3 zone.
And some very wise decisions coaching-wise from both sides defensively. If you're Halifax, yeah, you want to match up with these guys. You're bigger, longer. You've got a little bit of a reach advantage when you're going to the rim, as you can see right there on the board. And if you're Saint-Laurent, you want to contain that size. You don't want to let them get out and running. You want to get back on defense quickly. And you'll live with the open three-point shots if it means you can take care of your paint. Here's the three, right on cue. No good. But once again, you got to find a man and box out. And Nick, this is something I think you can agree with, that you've seen. You've watched a lot of basketball in your life up until this point. The 2-3 zone, when used correctly, can be so deadly. However, if you're not able to find a man and box him out quickly enough, it can become one of your worst enemies as far as offensive second chances.
It's extremely hard, because when you go to the 2-3 zone, you're covering people in your zone. Now you could go to a matchup zone as well, and coaches have different kinks that they like to put into their zones. The overlying point is this: you do not have a man, so who do you box out? And that comes, what it comes down to is a lot of communication. That's what Saint-Laurent's going to have to do, or else they're going to get out-rebounded really badly on the offensive boards, because this Halifax Prep team, they've got athletes for days that'll just come in, and they love attacking that offensive glass, as we saw them do so well against Oakville Prep earlier on today. And now look, as they put on their 1-2-1-1 press, trying to get some turnovers here.
That's twice now. They've kind of let the guards here at Saint-Laurent kind of get away with that extra step. Wide open look. No good is the miss. The attempt was by Osama Maklouf. Oh, nice find on the inside. And the transition of this Halifax team, when you give them space to work with, is just so deadly.
Now, if you're Saint-Laurent, you have to get some good shots, and you want that ball going through the rim. It'll slow down the pace. Terrible pass there. It'll slow down the pace and allow you to get back into your defensive set. That you can live with as well. That's a dead ball turnover. The live ball turnovers are the ones that are going to kill you. Saint-Laurent has to start, forcing some turnovers on their own, get some transition opportunities. Needless to say, it's going to be an uphill battle for Saint-Laurent.
Yeah, and as you can see, there is another look right there. But as you can see, I think a big reason, if you look at it from this angle, Nick, on that turnover on the fast break, as there was a foul there on number 5, that foul is going to go on Janian Simmons, the 6'1" guard, class of 2020 for Halifax Prep. Even we had a great look from this angle, though. You could see just the length of Halifax Prep. Even the guys that aren't necessarily tall, they have such long arms, and they get out there. And you could see maybe that's why you had such a long pass that missed a couple of sets ago.
Yeah, I mean, you look at their roster, and we got 6'7", 7-footer, 6'6", 6'7", 6'8". They've got tons of size, and they love to do this, run out with it.
Oh, what a finish there that is. And now we've, Halifax Prep off to the races here with just over 5 minutes to go. Have opened up a 10-point lead over Saint-Laurent.
Like we said, this is going to be a difficult one for Saint-Laurent. They're young, inexperienced. They don't understand the time and tempo, and they need to start making more of those outside shots.
Roosevelt Auguste, a very impressive finish there, 2021 out of, you guessed it, Saint-Laurent.
He had a good stroke last night as well against LBA.
Great find there in the corner. And you can count it, number 7, Brandon Muntu, one of your guys, Nick, knocking it down.
No, he's definitely a player that I spoke about that had to have changed. Oh, and another miss there by Junior Mercy. But he was a guy that came in last year and was one of the leading scorers in the MPA. How did he do it? Halifax Prep was bad. Okay, he had the green light, shooting it at a high clip. Now we fast forward a year later, they've got new pieces. What do these new pieces need? They need the ball. They need to score. Brandon Muntu has become more of a 1, whereas last year he was a straight 2.
He was, and coming in for him now in this game is number 2, Tavon Downey, a guy that I was very impressed with in that first game against Oakville Prep when I first got into the gym here today. Just all over the place. He's a guy who understands his size, so he knows he's got to be the toughest, meanest guy on the floor if he's going to get his minutes.
Yep.
And you can see right there, speaking of toughness, number 24, Tobias Check, one more time for 2 under the basket. And here comes Saint Laurent on the fast break. Ooh. And you could see almost a scary incident there as Janian Simmons had opted to try and leave his feet a little early, trying to go for a block. It's undercut. But, of course, nothing malicious there, no intent. And it's going to say play on, out of bounds, excuse me. And we have the inbound here, Junior Mercy. He's going to be inbounding it.
So early on for Mercy, he's missed 3 layups. I think he's just got to cool down and take his time when he goes to the rim. Use that soft touch. He hasn't missed by much, but the ball has just rolled out. Let's see if he gains some more confidence as August hits another 3.
He's 2 for 2 now. And
he's got a great stroke.
No,
Very
he does.
sweet stroke.
He does. And that's the thing. Halifax opting to letting him shoot that ball. They're willing to live with that. Oh, what a take to the rim there. But some great team defense. There's that zone defense working as best as you'd want it. Nice. Oh, Mercy. Nice spin move there. Find the open man one more time. Ah, just missed. Rebound comes down as Akoy Ute brings it up. Shot for 3. Oh, money. Number 11, Ravon Young.
That was way too easy. Not even a hand in the face. I mean, this Halifax Prep team is one of the best teams in the country. You can't give them those free looks.
Well, they're earning their title as a top 10 organization in the power rankings. They've been there consistently throughout the year. They're proving why right now with a 22-10 run to start this game. And a great take to the basket there by Tobias Check. And, you know, we talk about guys who have fingerprints all over the game. This one specifically has been Tobias Check.
You see the rest of his teammates, though, they're just smiling. They're having a great time. This is the tempo they want to play at.
Absolutely.
Crazy, up and down, helter-skelter, all over the place. And they want to push, you know, Saint Laurent all the way to their limits, basically.
So we got a couple substitutions in. Jaron Johnson, the class 2020 point guard in now. Also into the game, number 4 for Halifax Prep. That's Julian Lal. 6'7" shooting guard, class of 2020 as well. And you see all these 2020s for this Halifax team. Not only are they good this year, they're going to be good next year too.
I think they'll be better next year. You know, you have a year under your belt with Coach Marcus Eden, who's done a great job recruiting and building this program up. I remember last year, I mean, anyone that followed the MPA knew that Halifax had they probably went 5 to 7 deep, and they scrapped and they clawed every single game. They just didn't have the talent or the size to really compete in the MPA. Now, one year later, they're at the top of the Canadian high school rankings.
Absolutely, and they're, as I said before, earning that spot right now. Also into this game, quick substitution mention, number 11 for Saint Laurent is into the game. Andrew Keogh, class of 2021 guard, getting some action in the early going here. And a nice find to the basket. Jaron Johnson letting his presence known early in his time in this game. And Keogh holds on to it. And there's going to be another steal and turnover, though, however. Johnson up, in with the right hand. The LeBron James-esque offhand finish.
Turning the shoulder back to the defender. Love it. Jaron Johnson, LeBron James.
Yep. Now, I'm going to say one thing right now as Keogh misses the shot here. Great rebound, though. That's number 22 with the rebound. Zubadai. Oh, nice pump fake. And there's a missed shot, but I'll give this to Saint Laurent. The pressure's on them in the full court, but they're getting up the floor. They're getting the ball to the middle, and they're breaking the press. It's just coming to a matter now of making the shots, Nick.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, this young team, this young team can run like crazy, so the up and down isn't going to bug them with Halifax Prep. The issue here is that Halifax Prep is just finishing at a way higher clip than they are.
They are, and a lot of that also comes to, but I mean, once again, young team, younger guys tend to have a little bit more difficulty making open shots because Halifax is daring them to shoot at this point. How many open looks have we seen Saint-Laurent get in this game so far?
We'd have to say at least, it's still in single digits, but we'd have to say at least over 5. Here's the thing, and it goes to your point. These older players, they just have more reps. They're more reps at a high level. And Saint-Laurent, you know, they're going to get some open looks, and they got to knock them down. They've got to play basically perfect all game long.
Well, that's a great way to break the press. But an even better block, though, by Czech. Guess who? And Czech making an early case for MVP of the game so far. He's just done just about everything.
Yeah, he's doing his thing out there.
Here's the inbound. And we've got a turnover here. Halifax Prep bringing it up. A nice find on the inside there. Oh, creates the space. Jumper. You could tell that was money just by the form and the release. Give that one number 11. Rayvon Young.
Rayvon Young's kind of, yeah, no, he's grown on me as games have gone on. He's a powerful finisher too. There's no problem going up there and trying to put a bunch of people on a poster.
There's Mercy. Great collective pressure there. Finds the open man, but once again, Saint-Laurent missing. But you got to love the effort on defense there. A tough break for him. That was Cristo Ugodo that's getting the finishes here. Making a mistake. It's been him that's been making some big efforts so far in this game. There's a shot outside. Nope. Nice hezzy, though. Oh, what a finish that is. Give that one to Junior Mercy. Mercy, mercy me.
That is one of the coolest names in the MPA, no cap.
All right, here we are, Downey getting it over to Johnson. Johnson with 5 seconds in the quarter, tries to get it inside. It's gonna go off a Saint-Laurent foot, and with 2.5 seconds in this first quarter, Halifax Prep is gonna get one more look at the rim, excuse me. Here we go. Downey on the inbound. Finds the open man. Ugodo, no good. And that's going to be the first quarter as Halifax Prep, playing their game, have built themselves up a comfortable double-digit lead going into the second. We will be back after this message. It is this NPA Central session here on North Pole Hoops.
Yet again, a 10-point advantage restored for Team Blue. Oh! It's Judy Charges throwing it down!
Welcome to the NPH live broadcasting experience. Allow our team of video technicians to capture your event in high definition. Streaming directly on all NPH media platforms. Up-to-the-minute live game coverage featuring professional commentators and analysts.
Tip in! No good! 2 seconds to go! Oh!
Commercial spots available to promote and market your brand, event, or product. Enjoy the ultimate way to catch the game when you can't.
That man from Quebec can fly!
Exposure starts here.
Yet again, a 10-point advantage.
NPH Scouting Service. The NPH Scouting Service is another platform for exposure with a network of over 300 coaches and scouts from some of the most recognizable brands and programs.
I'd like to welcome everyone back. It's the NPA Central Sessions here in Ottawa, Ontario. Got ourselves quite the matchup between two Eastern geographical teams, if you will, between Halifax
Oh, they're
Prep.
competitors out there in the East.
They are. Halifax, Nova Scotia, Halifax Prep taking on Saint-Laurent out of Saint-Laurent, Quebec. And Nick, That first quarter, you called it. Halifax playing exactly to their strength, running up and down the floor. How did they create such a lead for themselves?
You know, they've got solid point guards that like to get their bigs involved, but overall, I think Christo Ugodo had a awesome first quarter. Used his strength, he used his length, and he used his running ability to really take over this game as number 4, Julian Lual, finishes in transition. For Saint Laurent, they got to continue to shoot the 3-ball and try to make some, as they do there, no make. But that'll keep him in the game. Other than that, it'll be a tough one for him.
And you know what, head coach Matthew Chenier, you can hear him voicing it in the background. Whenever he sees his guys get an open look from the beyond the arc, he wants them to shoot it. And he's telling them, yeah, that's a good look. Like, if they're going to give it to us, this is something that I try to tell my guys when I'm coaching over in Mississauga, is that if you got to take what the defense gives you, and if you're facing a team that's bigger and longer and stronger than you, but they're giving you that open look, you got to have the confidence to start knocking it down. And Saint Laurent, for what it's worth, they're doing a great job handling the ball and limiting their turnovers. It's just when they start trying to do a little too much that you see the turnovers happen.
Right now, Junior Mercy for Saint Laurent is doing some freaky stuff. I mean, you look at him, he's a grade 11. He's absolutely been dominating the game for Saint Laurent. I'd say he's their most important player.
For sure, so far.
Hasn't finished at the rate you'd want him to finish, but he's getting right inside, as that's a second chance opportunity.
And that's bad mistakes there. You don't want to see that, though. If you're Saint Laurent, you cannot allow a guy to get his own offensive board. This is a team that's already scoring at will for the most part, so you cannot allow them. And of course, Coach Chenier sees what the issue is there, and he brings in a new guy to try and remedy the situation. So we've got Bokier, he's bringing it in. Oh, nice shot there, spot up shot. I'm okay with that. Look, if you're shooting it well like that and you're creating the space, Auguste doing a great job so far. He's been their best shooter.
He's done a really good job taking and making threes in this game. He also did the same thing last night against LBA.
Nice find on the outside to Johnson. Johnson for 3. Wide open, though. Closeout just wasn't in time.
It's sorry to cut you off, but it's just a young man's mistake, you know? Like, you can't just get there and think that you did a good closeout. You got to meet the player before the ball gets into his hands.
But to Saint Laurent's credit, Nick, on the other end, they come flying down, and a great two-hand finish at the rim for Saint Laurent causes Coach Eaton to call a timeout for Halifax Prep. We'll be back right after this.
Is it something that I've done again? Say what?
Here's Campbell, look out, one hand down.
Seeing is believing. Create your very own mixtape that showcases your top highlights and skills. And strengthen your recruiting status with a direct video for coaches and scouts. Available at all NPH covered and hosted events nationwide. Email m.dotto@northpolehoops.com for any inquiries and special filming requests. Exposure starts here.
Tell me, is it something that I've done again? Say what?
I'd like to welcome everyone back to the NPA Central session here in Ottawa, Ontario. And we have ourselves almost a bit of a clinic and run and gun right now between Halifax Prep and Saint Laurent. Nick, I mean, once again, it was Halifax that called that timeout. A very impressive transition play by Saint Laurent. And I feel like at this point, you just want to see Saint Laurent make the right decisions with the ball because they're getting the opportunities and spaces.
They are. And I think they've played well with all things considered. You know what I mean? Like, they're without one of their best players in Arnaud Ngami, who's a 6'8", 11th grader, 2021 out of Quebec. He just isn't here for this weekend, so they've done a good job, and I think together as a unit.
A foul and one. Sorry to cut you off there, Nick. What an impressive play, but are they going to call offensive goaltending?
I don't think the offensive goaltending should be called there. He didn't go into the rim. He held on to the mesh. Not
only that, though, the whistle had already been blown. Once the whistle's been blown, it's dead play. It was pretty obvious that it was gonna go in.
He's allowed FIBA rules. As soon as the ball touches the rim, FIBA rules, you're allowed. You can't touch the net or the rim, but if you touch the ball, the basket should count.
Conversation going on right now. FIBA rules. Once the ball enters the cylinder, you're allowed to touch it.
It's true.
But if you touch the net, if you go underneath,
and that's
a different interpretation.
Yeah, that's the conversation there.
Either way, I mean, it's not like the ball was halfway through.
Yeah.
So
it was pretty obvious. I mean, it was going in. Like, I get it. I get why he called it, but I'm also looking at the score and I'm looking at this like, no, man. Like, I wouldn't have called it. But, hey, you know what, though? For the most part, I'm going to say it right now. The referees have been pretty spot on in the 3 games that we've done so far, so I'm not going to start questioning them now.
Hey, it's just interesting because I haven't really ever really seen something like that where the ball's in
the cylinder.
Pretty much in.
Yeah.
It's in the net, and then there's a touch. But anyways, we digress.
Oh, great defense there. Jump ball. And you can see number 22, Zubadai was doing a great job there of playing defense. And as the ref called the whistle, he was about to turn around and lose it, but then realized, jump ball, okay.
Yeah, Zubadai's one of those guys. He's not a big by any means.
What a play that was there. Number 3, Travin Hamilton. Excellent give and go with the big man under the basket. And that's just, once again, to your point, Nick, just young guys making young mistakes.
Definitely. I mean, the most dangerous guy on the inbound is the guy inbounding the ball in.
Yep. And here we go. Halifax one more time on the fast break. Goes up. No good. That attempted shot was by number 4, Julian Lual. And we've got a fight under the basket. Going to be a foul. And I understand. Number 9, Logan Rousson. This is his first entrance into the game. First couple minutes, wants to make an impact. But this is something we discussed in the last game, Nick. What's your effect on the game if you're coming off the bench and you're fighting for minutes? Are you making the right decisions, or are you making unnecessary aggressive mistakes? And that's one of those ones there where the coaching staff is going, we don't need you to do that 90 feet from the basket.
Whether you play 3, 5, 30 minutes, you got to leave the game with a positive remark within it.
For sure.
And definitely something that the coaching staff is going to need to talk to Logan about.
And when you do that, you get more minutes because the coaching staff can trust that you're going to make the right decisions with the ball.
Right. 1 + 1 = 2.
As we've got a turnover here, and it's going to be on the inbound, Jaron Johnson. Bringing it up is Hamilton. Hamilton gets it over to Young.
Shout out to Trayvon Hamilton. He got his first dunk, I believe, in the layup line.
Oh, a nice finish. Good effort there. Goes up with the left hand was Logan Rousson. I believe he's going to get the call, and he's going to go to the line for 2. So there's a guy we just talked about, not making the greatest decision with the ball there. Strong take to the basket. Gets himself to the foul line. That's all you can ask for if you're the coaching staff. And Rousson, now we got a few minutes here. We got small forward, 6'4", class of 2021, younger guy, a lot like these Saint-Laurent guys, learning the game. In grade, you'd think, okay, grade 11, not exactly that young. But when you think about it, he still has more years ahead of him in prep basketball than he does behind him. So even when you hear grade 11, you think, for a lot of people, especially people that are more inclined to the public school system, a lot of these guys are 5-year guys. So exactly. If you're only in year number 3, you're really right in the middle of it. Plenty of years left to learn.
Yeah, and we're early in year number 3, right?
Exactly.
Like, this is he's still going to have a whole year to develop. As we saw with GTA Prep, their young guys are getting better every single game.
Oh, great lead pass there by Rousson. But unfortunately, you can see Jaron Johnson getting caught with being a little too much English on the ball on that one. Gets caught trying to show off a little bit. You could tell the extended hand. Sometimes it's just better to lay it in.
Hey.
And there's going to be a timeout here for Saint-Laurent. And with that, we are going to take a quick timeout here at the NPA Central session. It is Halifax Prep 43, Saint-Laurent 21, with 5:18 to go here in the second.
Restored for Team Blue. Oh! It's Judy Georges throwing it down!
Welcome to the NPH live broadcasting experience. Allow our team of video technicians to capture your event in high definition. Streaming directly on all NPH media platforms. Up-to-the-minute live game coverage featuring professional commentators and analysts.
Tip in! No good! 2 seconds to go! Oh!
Commercial spots available to promote and market your brand, event, or product. Enjoy the ultimate way to catch the game when you can't.
That man from Quebec can fly!
Exposure starts.
Our scouts are constantly evaluating talent to ensure accuracy and credibility.
And of course, welcome back, NPA Central Session. We have one of the top 10 ranked teams in the country in attendance right now checking out this game. That, of course, is Crestwood Prep, as they have got the game of the night, most people believe, coming up next against Top Flight Academy right out of here in Ottawa.
Top Flight, they've done an incredible job so far. I mean, both their games have been absolute blowouts. Tony House has used their entire bench. Crestwood is going to have a really tough game in front of them. I don't think that it's going to be a blowout by any stretch of the imagination, but it'll be a nice measuring stick for both teams. And I know, Ryan, you're excited to see CTA play as well. I don't know if you've caught them yet for the year.
This will be my first time seeing CTA live since winning their national championship last year out in Sheridan College on the Brampton campus. So I'm looking forward to a fantastic game. I mean, had a chance to speak with Tony, with Coach House a few times before leading up to this, and we're just really excited to see what they're going to bring to the table. And me personally, I can't wait to see what they're going to bring to the table. And with that being said, though, St. Laurent, we still have a game right here going on as Mercy's going to let it fly and just rims out. But Saint Laurent on the offensive board. Oh, great defensive play there, though. That is 7-foot-tall Ali Ragab with the stuff.
So when you look at Ali, this is a guy that's been playing basketball for about, I'd say, 8 months, maybe close to a year. Yeah, just came from Egypt. 7-footer, obviously. And what you see right now is extremely improved from what we saw during the MPH showcase when we were in Halifax and discovered Ali.
And Ali Ragab, I mean, and if there's one thing, as a nice find inside there by number 3 on the finish, that is Jamal Boyke, 2023, the 9th grader, getting it done for Saint Laurent.
I really like Jamal's game. I mean, I think he's really tough. I think he shoot the ball a bit, and he's the one that got that and one that obviously didn't count, but he's got a great stature on him, and he's a tough kid. You can tell that he's from Montreal.
Oh, for sure, the way that he attacks. And here we go. Drive to the basket. Oh, nice find to Ragab. Ragab doing a great job. Oh, finds the man underneath, and Roussan, and you love it. You can see how energetic the bench gets when they see Ragab making smart plays like that.
It's all a confidence builder for him, and you know what? He is developing at a great rate. Shout out to Halifax Prep and Ming for all they've done for this young man from Egypt.
And here's Hamilton now bringing it up. Loses a hand on it, and it's Saint Laurent. They're going to let it fly. They're going to let it roll out of bounds. We get a substitution. Into the game for Saint Laurent is number 30, Roosevelt Auguste.
He's been a knockdown three-point shooter.
He has.
For Saint Laurent.
He's had a very good game.
3 threes at this point.
Yep. He's got 9 of their 23 so far.
Yeah, he's been good, and you know what? He's taken it from the FIBA three-point line, which is pretty far. He shot a couple even further as
Here
he takes
go,
another
right
one.
on cue. No good. A little short on that one. Hamilton comes down with the rebound, and he's going to slow it down a little bit, looking to possibly get the big man involved. Finds a man in the corner, though. They left him wide open. And one of those moments, just a little too wide open, if you will, Nick.
He was expecting someone to run at him. No one did, and he missed it badly.
Here's a look inside. Nice kick out. Kicks it inside. I'll be honest, at that point, you know, you like the idea and the move to create a little bit of extra space, but to be fair, he was open in the first place. And I feel like sometimes, you know, younger players as well, especially when they have a moment where they've been doing the same thing repeatedly and they've been given chance after chance, they feel like almost like they're forcing themselves to have to do something a little different. And that's not always the case, though. you know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You've shown that you can knock down those shots from that spot. Why settle for a two-pointer when you can spot up and hit the three wide open? At this point, in this day and age of the game, there's no need to, as unfortunately another miss there for him. And now it's a fast break opportunity here for Johnson. Johnson gets it ripped away from him, and that's going to be Halifax ball. Johnson
has had a good game. He can be a little sporadic at times. I think overall, though, he's been able to kind of find his teammates and get everyone involved. I'm really excited to see how the rest of this quarter goes for Ali Regab. This will be a nice testing period for him. I know there's some college coaches in the building as well.
And Bana is going to let it fly. That's his first shot of the game. Regab, he's going to get called with over the back, though. And that's one thing you're going to probably see Regab as he starts to slim down a little bit with that 7-foot frame. He's going to need to learn to get that butt just a little bit lower and knocking guys away instead of relying so much on his length and his height, because that's a very easy call for the referee. But I'm sure the coaching staff's going to see that film. They're going to point it out to him and let him know what to do next.
He's a kid that's already lost a considerable amount of weight, and he's still continuing to work on his body. Ali Regab, watch out for him.
But back into this game now, we've got Cristo Ugodo in the game. And along with him is Akoy Ute.
Akoy Ute, one of the top players this season in the MPA. Really enjoy watching him play.
Yep.
For anyone that hasn't seen him play, he is just one of the best two-way players for Halifax Prep. Gets a lot done and can also shoot the three.
There's a turnover. Here comes Mercy on the fast break. Tries to go up and under. Oh, nice finish under the basket there. Great confidence shown by number 3, Jamal Boyke.
The 9th grader.
Yeah, how many 9th graders you know have the confidence to finish that under the rim? Shot goes up. Just a bit short. Mercy with another rebound. And they're off and running, Saint-Laurent. Tries to save it. Heck of an effort, I'll give him that, but passes need to be a little bit cleaner.
A little bit too far out in front of him.
And it seems like, you know, in this case, based off of what I'm seeing here, Nick, and you can correct me if I'm wrong on this, it just seems like as much as Halifax Prep likes to play this style, Saint-Laurent seems more than up to the task. It's just a matter of knocking down your open looks and finishing a few passes.
This has a real big East Coast vibe to it, right, with the way these guys are playing. It's very fast, up and down.
Oh, nice play there. And count the basket. Sorry to interrupt there, Nick, but what a play that was by number 33, Salim Berry, number 22, Yassine Zubadai, getting it done.
No, and you know what? The pace and the tempo isn't going to bother any of these East Coast teams. This is the way they like to do it. They get up and down real quick, and their guards are more than up to the challenge.
And Zubadai, no good on the free throw there. Halifax now, once again on the attack. Sorry, that was Muntu. Gets it back out, a second chance opportunity. Almost had it there, but once again, we're seeing it time and again. Who's there? Oh, there we go. And we got a chance for some showtime here. And just misses the dunk. Seemed like he didn't know what he wanted to do right away there.
It comes down to a point where you're down 20, get the 2 points.
Yeah, here's Young now.
If you're up 20, that's a whole different story.
Yep. There in the corner is Simmons. This is Muntu. No good on the 3. Rebound. Boyke. He's on the fast break. Gets it over. Finds the open man. This is Auguste. And of course, Coach Chenier is asking for a last shot. 8 seconds to go. 7. Counting it down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Goes up, can't finish, and the referee's not going to give it a call. So here at halftime, a comfortable 20-point lead for Halifax Prep playing their game. Be very interesting to see what kind of halftime adjustments Saint-Laurent can make to possibly make this a pretty close game. But they seem to be kind of finding their footing offensively. But with that being said, Nick, we will be right back with second half action here at the NPA Central session. It is Halifax Prep 47, Saint-Laurent Express 27.
Top Flight Academy have went back to back.
Hi, I'm Brandon Talbot. I'm mic'd up for Northwell Hoop. Hey, yo, right from the start, the whole time.
Same thing, yo.
Let's go.
Going over, we all.
Go, white team! Yeah, yo, let's just play, bro. For real.
Let's play our game.
Yo, energy, no quiet stuff, bro. Hey, you good? Come here, Pete. Come here, Pete. Give me that. Nope. Talk. Oh, come on, bro. Go to him. He's good. Hey, see you on the kick. You good, though. Keep driving. Keep going in the middle. Hey, let's get in. Let's go. Hey, Malik, let's get in. Let's go. Come get me. I got help. We good. You come my way, I got you. Let's go, turn up.
You're fine. Here, don't settle for the three. Don't settle.
Okay, I'm ready whenever, coach. Make them. I'm coming. Move it. Come get me.
Ice it. What we need to do is take care of our own stuff. Part of it is, yes, we need to get back on defense. Another part is play our game offensively.
Let's coach.
All right, 3 on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Energy.
Let's go.
Hey, 6-point game. It's late. Let's go. Hey, yo, start making cuts to the basket. I'll find you, bro. Cross screens. Board. Get to Jordan. Yeah. Damn, finally. Just get a paint touch and the shot to open or back doors, anything. No way, ref! Oh my gosh. Good shot. I feel you. I'm having the same game. But we're winning. Let's keep it going. Oh, foul. Good job. Yep. Get up. Good job.
And take your time on the board.
Hey, look at me. Hit these, all right? Hit these right now. Boom, let's go. Pull away right now. Our game. Just pass it around. We don't need a dribble. Yeah. Because, yo, if there's 3 seconds left and you just hold it, they're going to have to foul. Come on, 3 seconds. Come on. Hey, yo, come on. It's for the championship.
Close out off the line so they can't shoot.
Yeah, close off the lines. Don't give them no space, but don't foul. Hey, I got the shooter. I got 11. Shoot it. Let's go. Let's go, boy. Let's go, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, your national champion,
Canada Top Flight Academy have went back to back.
It's been such a phenomenal season. The fan base has been tremendous across Canada.
You know, we're telling our guys, listen, man, you got to be ready to play and compete because these guys want it.
I don't want to say bad blood, but competitive spirit is going to be front and center here today.
We work hard, we play for each other, and then when we come here for venues like this, we go to war.
Oh, Elijah Fisher!
Everyone's trying to prove themselves. Everyone's trying to show that they're better than other people.
Go forward. You're going to be a beast at the next level.
Either kill or be killed, you know. On the court, you have to be competitive. You have to have a dog in you, or if not, you're not going to succeed or you're not going to do well in the sport.
There's an opportunity to get involved at the ground level. NPH hosts elite level high school tournaments to national club team championships throughout the course of the season. Now is your chance to get involved with the fastest growing sport in Canada with the industry leaders and influencers. Get in the game today and join NPH in growing basketball in this country. NPH events. There's an opportunity to get involved at the ground level. NPH hosts elite level high school tournaments to national club team championships throughout the course of the season. Now is your chance to get involved with the fastest growing sport in Canada with the industry leaders and influencers. Get in the game today and join NPH in growing basketball in this country.
Here's Campbell, look out, one hand down.
Seeing is believing. Create your very own mixtape that showcases your top highlights and skills. And strengthen your recruitment.
I'd like to welcome everyone back to the NPA Central session here in Ottawa, Ontario. We have second half action here between Saint-Laurent Express and Halifax Prep. Halifax with a very impressive first half here with 47 points. Saint-Laurent, though, trying to get themselves cutting into this lead so far. And they do so successfully on the first one. Junior Mercy at the line here for two. No good on the second. Rebound for Halifax as they're off and running as they have been, Nick, for the majority of that first half.
Nice left-handed finish there by Cristo Ogoro. And Halifax continues to run. Got a comfortable lead right now. I think most of this half is going to be about extending the lead and getting some of the development players some time.
Cristo Ugodo, making good on that fast break layup. Showing off his acrobatic skills, catching off balance, centering himself, finishing for the easy two. 51-28 with 9:11 to go here in the third quarter. And here's the inbound. With the inbound is Brandon Muntu. He's going to take on his defender. There's double team set up. Looking for the option. He's going to let it fly from deep. Nothing but net. Brandon Muntu. The 6'5" punter are getting it done.
Brandon Muntu, no, he's changed his game up. Changed it to really match what Halifax needs from them. But Saint-Laurent going to call a timeout as we're 8:50 in to the second half. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
I'm Michaela Roche. I played for 4 years at the University of Minnesota for the Golden Gophers in the Big Ten Conference. I coached for 3 years at Kansas State University with the Wildcats. I just completed playing professionally in Greece, and I am the National Women's Basketball Scout for North Pole Hoops.
Low post right. This is Roche. Quick square around move.
Every day, waking up, I need to find a way to make girls basketball better. And so that's my job, to be able to help you as a player, as a student athlete, as a young woman, and just to be able to really understand the ins and outs of what it takes to be successful both in basketball, but also in life.
Third angle left. Underneath Roche. Quick move to the left. Left hand banks it in for two.
I've lived and I've done a lot of what some of these young girls seek to do.
I'd like to welcome everyone back to the NPA Central session here in Ottawa, Ontario. We've got 8:54 to go here in the third quarter. Halifax up 54-28 over Saint-Laurent. Coach Chenier not liking what he saw from his defense and offense so far. Wanted to call a quick timeout. You can hear him in the background shouting directions, but a very good turnover here for Saint-Laurent, forcing that. Nick, couple of thoughts so far on the start to this third quarter?
I think the effort just wasn't there for Saint-Laurent. I think they're looking at the score and playing towards that. Meanwhile, Coach Chenier just wants them to continue to give that effort. I know he's not going into games thinking that they can't win, obviously, but he's realistic about what this whole experience for Saint-Laurent is about. And right now, it's about battling back from 20 down and not making this a 30-point game.
Absolutely. This is at what point where, when it's easy to be working hard when things are going your way, as there's a great find, and you can see the team really taking in what Coach had to say during the timeout there, as we're seeing a lot of cohesion now, good ball movement. But once again, that goes towards the idea of it's easy to have that energy when things are going your way. How do you react when you're down by double digits, when you're down by multiple possessions? Are you going to continue to bring that effort on every single possession, or, are you going to give up? And that's not something that Coach Chenier is going to accept.
Definitely not, and I don't think any coach would want their team to give up, obviously. But I think overall, they just need to look at it as small goals, win the third quarter, and win the fourth quarter.
And speaking of, they're off to a good start there with that little step-back three from Roosevelt Auguste, and man, he's been shooting the lights out. Not even a few bright spots. We've seen some good stuff from the Saint-Laurent team. It's just been a matter of Halifax just being better.
They've got really good young pieces, and overall, they are very scrappy, and I think that's why the timeout was called. Coach Chenier saw that part of their game, they weren't going to it.
And you've got to love that as well, forcing a tough last-second shot on the shot clock from Halifax Prep. If you're Saint-Laurent, you've got to build on that momentum now. And here comes the drive to the basket. Nice look on the inside, but once again, the young mistakes is Boikier, who's had some very good highlights in this game, just not able to catch it there. And you know what, though? One thing we're noticing, a lot of still continuous ball movement off of the ball.
Yes, and Junior Mercy's been able to find a couple of his players there. I mean, that just didn't happen, and that's going to be an and one there for Janine Simmons.
And you can see there was a breakdown in communication on the zone defense. No one had a clear idea of who they wanted to take on, and as a result, it was able to kind of just walk with minimal physical resistance against him, and he was able to hold more or less, he was able to hold control of the ball, stay balanced, which has been one of our key words of the day so far in all of these broadcasts.
Yep.
And as a result, easy and one. So 56-33 here, 6:50 to go, just over 6:50. Saint-Laurent up and under. I mean, my goodness, Junior Mercy. What can you say?
He's growing on me. Junior Mercy, Lord have mercy.
Yeah.
He's getting to the rim at will. I mean, he's missed a couple easy ones, but nonetheless, I mean, he's got a fighter's mentality. He's going to keep going in there. Great box out all the way to the sideline.
I
like it.
I don't think I've seen that one in a while. But
hey, that's
a great effort.
Yeah, he's got him all the way out there, and you know, that's when one of your Saint-Laurent teammates have to come in and grab that ball.
Yep, absolutely. So here we are. Simmons now at the top of the key running the point. Oh, nice movement there. Tries to find the open man, gives it right into the blue shirts, and off they go. Mercy, one more time. Nope, decides, loses the handle on it, gets it over to his teammate, up and out, just rims out. Just didn't get the vertical on that one.
Good run out there. And
oh, nice find there. And with the slam, Cristo Agudo getting it done. The 6'8" power forward showing off the strength and the vert.
And then he's hungry. He's showing us that he's out here to eat. putting the spoon and fork right up to the mouth, plate underneath it.
Mercy can't finish, but who's right behind him? That second effort, Jamal Boyke, and that's some stuff you love to see from a team. Okay, they just got a thunderous slam on you. What do? You come back and respond. Shot. Oh, that's money. That is money. Tavon Downey getting the tongue out a little bit on that one. Oh, right back though. Throwing out the arrows is number 30, Roosevelt Auguste.
This has become a swag contest. We got arrows, we got tongues, we got food being eaten, we got everything. This is the MPA, folks.
Oh, what a finish that was. And there's going to be a timeout here. And I'm going to say it right now. The score doesn't do justice to the effort of these teams on the floor right now. I mean, really, with the exception of a tough first quarter, first couple of minutes with Halifax out and running and Saint-Laurent missing a few, as the timeout continues, we'll be back in just a moment to discuss what we've seen so far.
Events. There's an opportunity to get involved at the ground level. NPH hosts elite level high school tournaments to national club team championships throughout the course of the season. Now is your chance to get involved with the fastest growing sport in Canada with the industry leaders and influencers. Get in the game today and join NPH in growing basketball in this country. NPH events.
And here we are back at the NPA Central session, which is of course brought to you by Indochino, the official outfitter of the National Preparatory Association. Ryan Greco, myself here on for your play-by-play, joined by Nick Zeffi on color. Have ourselves a timeout here, and after some very entertaining third quarter basketball, we find Saint-Laurent now down by 19. And you know, Nick, despite what the score is showing, I mean, this is a game that very easily could have went up to as much as 30. But Saint-Laurent, they're throwing those counter punches, and they're still finding themselves bringing forth 100% effort and trying to get themselves back into this game.
For sure, I don't think they believe that they lost this game at all. And I think it comes from their head coach, Coach Chenier, who's really bringing in that fighting mentality to the boys. As that's an offensive foul, the ball will go to Saint-Laurent.
And you know what? You hear the energy from the bench. You hear the energy coming from the coaching staff for every little play that goes in their favor. And that speaks to culture. That speaks to, doesn't matter what the score is. As far as they're concerned, every play is 0-0. And when that happens and you create that kind of culture and expectation about yourself, I mean, the game comes to you in that sense. It's not something that really you have to work over too hard for. As there's another beautiful finish by Roosevelt Auguste, showing he's more than just a shooter.
Didn't notice it was him. He wasn't shooting a three. Great finish on the up and under. Saint-Laurent not out of this one, folks.
61-44. Oh, great find in the corner there, though. And once again, Halifax's size comes in. And just the size, the lack of box out there. And that's, once again, the young mistakes, Nick. Secure the box out, then go for the ball. Here comes Saint-Laurent. Mercy is guarded by Young. Shot. Auguste rims out, but there's the offensive board. Up and in. Nope, can't get it. Great defense there in the paint. And there's going to be a carry.
That's going to be a carry for sure.
Ugoto called with the carry. And it's going to be an inbound now, number 34, Bendito Blanco. Oh, I love that name, Bendito Blanco.
And then Vernon Horn there as Junior Mercy taking it all the way in, tries to get it inside. And I think overall right now Saint-Laurent, they have a belief in what they're doing.
Blanco
playing very hard.
Can't be mad at that. Oh, there's the find and the throwdown by Ugoto. Big throwdown, 65-44. And after a bit of a run there by Saint-Laurent, 4 quick points by Halifax Prep has them back up by 21.
Saint-Laurent's going to want to get a good look here, running a bit of action on both sides, and they've been able to move the ball from one end of the floor to the other.
No good on the shot there. The attempt was by Yanis Bamba. Blanco gets it over. Bamba's going to try to Auguste. Nope, sorry. That's Mercy now for 3. Count it. Junior Mercy. Mercy me. What a shot.
Junior Mercy, he didn't have that three-point shot working for him last night against LBA. Looks like he's going to be more liberal with how he shoots it from the three-point arc, as Cristo Ugoto is having the game of his life.
Cristo Ugoto just getting it done in every way. Auguste, 4-3, count it. And this team not backing down, 68-50. They are filling up the cup, Nick.
Saint-Laurent's really fun to watch. They've done a great job moving the ball up the court and taking quick shots.
And there's another rebound now, this time by Blanco. He gets it over to Mercy. Mercy thinks about it, gets it over back to Blanco. Blanco, he's guarded by Ogie. Chris Ogie on him. Blanco, oh, nice find inside, and a great finish by number 33, Salim Berry. Give him that one.
Like the pick and roll action there, nice low bounce pass.
Now bringing it up. That's Hamilton. Hamilton over to Young. Young back to Hamilton. Hamilton thinks about it. Brings it back. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Works off the screen. Gets the open man. Hamilton one more time. Ugoto with the foul. Nope, steps out of bounds. It's going to be Saint-Laurent ball. And if you're Saint-Laurent, you have to be happy with that possession on the defensive side. Forcing up a tough shot in the corner, contested as time's running out on the shot clock. And as the cherry on top, the defender steps out of bounds, or excuse me, the offensive player steps out of bounds.
1:45 left here in the quarter. Saint-Laurent, they should look to put this within 10 points here. Think anywhere between 12 to 10 points is a win for Saint-Laurent here.
For sure. Salim Berry, you could see he wanted to get physical. He was craving for that contact. Gets a little too excited and double dribbles with both hands. Here we go. Hamilton. Oh, there's going to be an offensive foul on Ugoto. And Ugoto right away to the coaching staff goes, yep, that was my bad. And you know what, though? That's one thing you've got to love. If you're seeing your best player showing that accountability, creates the mentality for the rest of the team.
Yeah, he's been their best player tonight for sure. Cristo Ugoto has had a couple dunks, couple threes. He's done it all for the boys out of Halifax.
Here we are. This is Zubadai. Gets it over to Bourquier. Zubadai. Oh, nice find there. Blanco. There's going to be an offensive foul there off the illegal screen.
So the teams just exchange offensive fouls there.
But hey, don't look now, Nick. It is a 16-point game from something that was as big as a 25-point lead. And I think it's safe to say that in this quarter, given on what could happen in the next minute and a half, so far Saint-Laurent has been winning it.
Yeah, it's been Saint-Laurent's quarter for sure. I think they've got to continue to pump the gas here. They're doing really well in this high-pace affair.
Absolutely. Hamilton brings it back. Hamilton now with 6 seconds on the shot clock. Oh, nice move there. Finds the open man, creates the space, but it doesn't come down, out of bounds. And that's a great pass. A great pass to find the open man with time winding down. That one's going to be on the shooter to knock it down. Julian Lowell, he had an open look. Defender was closing out, but
he was open.
Here's Hamilton. Almost gets the inside. Turnover. Zubadai gets it to Mercy. 50 seconds to go in this quarter. Mercy trying to find his teammates.
What a cut.
Okay, can't finish though. Oh, but he's still fighting for it, and there's going to be a jump ball. Excellent call by the referee on that one.
Definitely, and I think Jamal Bouyake didn't enjoy missing that layup, so he went in there, grabbed the ball, pulled it right out of his hands, got the jump. However, it's going to Halifax.
We have a substitution in for Halifax. Adil Benat, number 0, is in for Halifax Prep. We also have number 12, Isaiah Owen, in. Shot goes up from the 3, no good in the corner. Zubadai comes down with it, gets it over to Mercy with 28 seconds to go. Mercy pushing it up. Blanco surveys the floor, back to Mercy. We've got 14 seconds on the shot clock. Here's Bourquier. Oh, gets away with almost a carry there. Nice find inside, though. Goes up, and he's going to get the foul. And one thing we're noticing now is excellent off-ball movement from Saint-Laurent, Nick.
Yeah, and once they get into that mid-range area, their guards have a really good in-between game, delivering solid bounce passes underneath. It's been a really good showing by Saint-Laurent so far.
Yanis Bamba, number 32, into the game for Saint-Laurent, as well as number 11, Andrew Keogh. We have some substitutions as well for Halifax Prep. Ali Ragab, the 7-footer, back into this game. Going to see him close out this quarter, maybe get himself an offensive board, or excuse me, defensive board in this case. Missed shot by Barry on the first one. See if he can sink the second. And at this point, you know, if you're Saint Laurent and you still want to try and win this game, you've got to be making these free throws.
Yeah, you're leaving points on the board, and that's what they need right now is points. Is they're stuck 15 after the banked-in free throw.
Richelieu Rinchette is in for Saint Laurent, number 23. 12 seconds to go. Halifax on the run. This is Owen. Oh, turnover. Rinchette with the turnover. There's going to be a call on a double dribble on Beauquier. And 3 seconds remaining in this one. In the
Tough
third
call
quarter.
there. I don't know if I saw the double, but referee definitely had a better angle than I did.
Yep, for sure. Here we go. 2 seconds remaining. One. He's going to let it fly. Not even close. And with that, we're going into the fourth. And I'll be honest, if you're Saint Laurent, go after that first half, and you said that you're going to come out of that third quarter only down by 15, I think you take it. So with that being said, we're going to get right back here.
Ladies and gentlemen, your national champions,
Canada Top Flight Academy have went back to back.
It's been such a phenomenal season. The fan base has been tremendous across Canada.
You know, we're telling our guys, listen, man, you got to be ready to play and compete because these guys want it.
I don't want to say bad blood, but competitive spirit is going to be front and center here today.
We work hard, we play for each other, and then when we come here, for venues like this, we go to war.
Oh, Elijah Fisher!
Everyone's trying to prove themselves. Everyone's trying to show that they're better than other people.
Hey, go forward. You're going to be a beast at the next level.
Either kill or be killed, you know. On the court, you have to be competitive. You have to have a dog in you, or if not, you're not going to succeed or you're not going to do well in the sport.
And we're back at the NPA Central Session action. We've got final quarter action here in the fourth between Saint Laurent Express taking on Halifax Prep. At this moment, we've got Halifax enjoying a 15-point lead, but I mean, after that third quarter, Saint Laurent cutting the deficit from 20 to 15 and are looking to try and pull off a mini upset, if you will, in this fourth quarter. And there's going to be a foul. Foul on number 13 for Halifax. That is Jaron Johnson.
Jaron's had a pretty good showing so far. He hit a couple threes. He's been dynamic on offense. Continue on here with Halifax Prep. I think Saint Laurent has got a chance to bring this down to a single-digit lead. They've got to be absolutely perfect here in the fourth.
You can't give up turnovers like we just saw there, however, as that's Johnson bringing it up. Shot is up. Long rebound. Comes down with it as Beauquier. Beauquier looking for an option, gets it over, and here's Mercy. To Keogh. Oh, nice find there to Zubadai. Zubadai's got to knock that down, though.
Yeah, it was a great bounce pass on the baseline. Found the open man, just couldn't put it in.
Yeah, Zubadai in that moment, you know, if you're that open, you kind of want to see more of a set shot. Didn't realize how open he was in that moment. But Saint Laurent doing what they got to do. And they're going to force the turnover, Nick. And now, as you said, you know, the score is still 68-53 with a minute of time that's passed in this fourth. Can they now begin the big comeback?
Halifax Prep coach Marcus Eaton is not impressed at all with his team's effort. They were up as much as 25 points. It's now been dwindled away to about a 15-point lead. He wants to see a lot more, as Halifax has just been kind of complacent. They just want to run with Saint-Laurent. Saint-Laurent is getting back into this game by running. You'd like to see more defense out of them.
And I'll be honest, you know, this team has shown they're not afraid to shoot the three. They've been left open. They've had enough open looks. Saint-Laurent is not a team that you really want to start getting hot from behind the arc.
Definitely not. And I think overall, though, Halifax, and that's a big-time hit from Julien Lual. I think Halifax has had some big open three-point looks as well, but haven't been able to capitalize.
What a block that was there by number 12, Isaiah Owen, getting his highlight for the mixtape.
I like it.
What a stuff that was, Nick.
He went up there and met him at the apex.
He looked like he blocked that with his elbow.
Then put a little bit of forearm.
Absolutely. You could hear it from here with the headphones on. and you know, like it takes something for us to be able to hear something on the other side of the gym with our headphones on, but we heard the contact.
We heard a big roar out of the bench as well.
And here's a rebound. Lual comes down with it. He's going to run it up the floor now, 71-53. Oh, nice move behind the back, but just can't get a hand onto it. It gets it over. No look pass to, Ragab. But turnover, Mercy makes it good. 16-point game. Here's Banat. Banat now trying to run the offense. Working off a screen from Ragab. He's going to shoot it himself. And it rims out. Here comes Mercy. Mercy checks to see where his defender is. Gets it over to Auguste. Kiel Sims, he's going to get caught with the travel. Andrew Ko, excuse me.
Ko there just got a little antsy. He had Ragab running at him. Flew out. He would have had an easy two.
Great decision, but we've said it before and we'll say it again throughout this broadcast in this game, Nick. The young decisions, the young players tend to make those, they tend to make those mental errors a little bit more frequently. Because that's all that was. Here's Young in the corner. Gets it over to Muntu. Muntu gets it back out. To Ugodo. No good. One time again. Brings it down. Young thinks about the shot. Gets it over. Oh, big shot there by Rayvon Young. Puts the lead back up to 19.
Rayvon Young's been aggressive all game long. And this is the best I've seen him shoot it all session long as well.
And you can see we're going to have a substitution here for Saint-Laurent. Into the game is number 33, Salim Berry. He's in for number 3, Jamal Boykier. And it's going to be Saint-Laurent ball.
Expect the stands to start filling up as we have 6:49 left in this game. After this one, we're going to have CTA, the hosts, take on Crestwood. So you know there's going to be a lively crowd for that one.
For sure. Here's Junior Mercy thinking about going. Oh, he finds the opening. Oh, great fake with the pass to leave the defender off balance. Goes right to the rim. Junior Mercy, my first time seeing him, Nick, and I am so impressed with this young man.
He's the Iceman, freezes everyone with that fake.
Here's Muntu. No good. Ugodo tries to get it up. Muntu saves it. Shot is up. Catches in rhythm, but Auguste comes down with it. Here's Andrew Keogh. Keogh, he's going to try and do it himself. Still holds on to it, though. Oh, finds the open man. Zubadai.
Travel.
Going to get called with a travel. And I'm not going to lie, if I'm Coach Chenier at that point, I'm like, just shoot it.
Yeah.
Sometimes there is such a thing as over dribbling, and that was kind of one of those situations. Like, you're not going to get a much more open look, and Zubadai's shown he can knock that shot down.
You can over dribble, you can overpass.
Overthink.
You can overthink, overshoot. You
Here's
just gotta do what feels is right.
Ugodo. Up. No good, gets his own rebound and finishes under the basket. And that's just one of those, I'm bigger, longer, and taller than you, and I'm just going to finish. That is just how this is happening.
Second jump was very good there. Nice pass by Junior.
Oh, what a find there. Just making his teammates better. Salim Berry with the finish. Great finish by Berry with the contact.
Junior Mercy is explosive.
Shot goes up. No good. Oh, good attempt there as Young tried to get himself onto the central mixtape for the putback slam there, but ain't nothing happening at the rim. Here's the inbound. It's going to be Junior Mercy for St. Laurent on the inbound. Got a substitution into the game, number 34 for St. Laurent, Bendito Blanco. There's a pass. Blanco trying to get into it right away. Up, but a missed pass, missed opportunity. Oh, there it is. And Ugodo, no need to flash off that time. He understands that he needs to just get the 2 points. Here we go, Auguste. He's going to let it fly. You just love that form, but a miss that time. But Zubadai under the basket.
It looks like he's going to make it every time he shoots it.
78-61. Halifax keeping pace in this quarter with St. Laurent, as there's going to be a foul on Zubadai. Elbow to the head. And as a result, I mean, and you know what? Credit goes to where credit is due. St. Laurent came out there in the third quarter, erased the deficit by about 5 points considering the start of that half. And Halifax now came out a lot more focused in this fourth quarter, ready to close it out.
Junior Mercy here looking to finish.
Oh, nice pass there in transition to Blanco. 78-63 again. Once again, though, Halifax has been keeping pace in this quarter. Oh, there's another turnover. Here's Mercy. Oh, what a move by Junior Mercy to get Ugodo off balance. That is our key word of the day.
He got the steal as well. Junior Mercy, he's trying to become Mr. Fourth Quarter here for Saint Laurent.
78-65. 4 minutes remaining, 4:10. This is Young in the corner. Muntu. Oh, but every time you think they got one, Muntu's there.
Muntu has been dynamite.
Here's Mercy. Junior Mercy, guarded by Muntu. Gets it back. Still guarded by Muntu. Oh, kick out. Auguste. Oh, just rims out, but Zubadai gets the offensive board. And what's he called there? Was it a travel? I didn't get a chance to see.
I didn't see it from my end either. It looked like a travel.
He was a little skewed here at the table.
As I'm looking at the replay, it looks a little traveled.
And we have Muntu bringing it up again. Young to Simmons. Muntu. Young for three. Great backdoor screen or cut. Regab comes up. Oh, Regab trying to get the finish. Can't get it done. And now Blanco with the rebound to Mercy. Mercy kicks it out. Blanco for three. No good. Tough miss there. And with every miss, Nick, the window is closing for Saint Laurent.
They've had their opportunities. Let's see what they can do here in the last 3 minutes as Regab finishes inside.
Regab, great hands there. Easy pass, soft pass, good finish at the rim. Mercy bringing it up. Mercy. Auguste. Auguste gets it over in the corner. And that was Digim. Three-pointer is good by Blanco. 83-68 though. They need a stop at this point.
They put together a few stops.
Yep.
But
another made basket here could ice it for Halifax. And Zubadai comes down with it. Here's Mercy one more time. Can Mr. Fourth Quarter get it done for Saint Laurent? Finds the man in the corner. Nice pass inside there, spin move. Up, can't get the finish is Digim.
With 2 minutes left here in the fourth.
Falls down. Still manages to get it out, though. Those are the Rayvon Young. Shot goes up. A little strong. Zubadai. And Zubadai's been filling it up on the stat sheet here with these rebounds in the second half. A nice find at the other end of the court and a good finish there. And there's going to be a substitution. We got a number of substitutions on the floor here. The floor with the score set 83-70. And we're having an entire line change here for Saint Laurent. Into the game is number 0, Osama Maklouf. We have number 11, Andrew Kao, and number 23, Richelieu Rinchet, all coming in.
So looks like Saint Laurent's going to continue to press, continue to try to get closer. 13-point game. They've got a lot to be proud of.
Absolutely. 1:25 to go here. Ali Regab almost gets it there. Gets it over again. Regab up in the slam at the shot clock. Ali Regab. And the big man getting it done.
Ali Regab. And you can see everyone on the Halifax bench smiling. Ming, the founder, smiling. That kid's come a long way from a year ago.
Regab nearly comes down with an offensive board there too. And it's going to be out of bounds with 1:08 to go, 85-70. And that's going to just about do it for Saint Laurent. But, I mean,
They've got a lot to be proud of.
I'll be honest, you take away the slow start, this is like a 2 to 3 point game.
Yeah, and they really got in there. They did themselves no favors in the first quarter.
No.
And then throughout the rest of the game, they played extremely hard. So just a couple adjustments that have to be made.
And consider, once again, oldest guys on this team are grade 11. They still at the beginning of grade 11.
And they're missing their 6'8" stud.
Yep. And here's Trevin Hamilton into Regab. Regab up and gets the kiss off the glass.
Ali Regab.
Yep. And
this is your MPA moment.
That's right. Gives himself a little clap, too, as he's running up the floor.
Confidence is this young man is exuding.
Love to see it. The 12th grader still got one more year of prep play after this. You can imagine what he could become with another year of tutelage under Marcus Eaton. A nice breakdown dribble there. Shot goes up. Count the basket, number 34, Benito Blanco. And he's going to go to the line for the extra basket. 87-72, 40 seconds remaining here. So Halifax Prep gets their second win of the day here, handling business, and you got to be happy with that if you're either a Halifax Prep parent, fan, or player, or coaching staff. Any chance that you can go 2-0 on a day, especially at a competition, a level of this magnitude, you've got to be proud of yourself. And, you know, they're living up to that billing of a top 10 team in the country handling business here. There is a substitution as well. Logan Roussan into the game, number 9 for Halifax Prep, as well as number 3, Trevin Hamilton, also stepping back in, as well as number 0, Adil Benat. So it's Hamilton going to bring it up. He's guarded by Kao. Keo on him. Hamilton going to try and drive it. Into Regab.
Travel called there.
And I didn't see it. It looked like Regab had established his pivot foot. And that's the second time we've seen this today, but hey, it is what it is. 23 seconds remaining in the game. And once again, full credit here goes to Halifax Prep as far as keeping Saint Laurent at arm's length, maintaining that 15-point lead all through the fourth quarter.
They took a couple punches from Saint Laurent, but finally, I think Ali Regab delivered the final blow with that big dunk. After that, it was smooth sailing.
Yep. But that's what you have to do to stay a top 10 team in the national power rankings, is closing out games like this. And Halifax handling business so far.
Cristo Ugodo also had a spectacular game. He was everything Halifax Prep needed within their first quarter. Strong start that they had, and they're just going to dribble it out here.
Yep, and that's going to do it here in this NPA Central Session matchup. The final score, Halifax Prep 87, Saint Laurent Express 72, but please, ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned because the main event of the night is coming up. We have 2 of the top 10 teams in the country going head-to-head in just a few moments. That, of course, is the hometown Top Flight Academy against the visiting Crestwood Prep out of North York. We will be back in just a few moments here at the NPA Central session.